Tonight, Ronald climbs a ladder, Jimmy Ray runs through some sand, and I put on a silly mask.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Microtech. You join me as I climb Mount Huckabee, one of the most majestic locations in the verse, in the middle of my quest. Naturally, your first question would be, what quest, Ronald? Well, to put it simply, I am looking for the home of the gods. I mean, haven't you ever asked, really asked, what's it all for? Where and when did it all begin? And most importantly, where does it all go from here? Just look around. This didn't happen by osmosis. No, it didn't. God, that's breathtaking.
Hello, viewers. I've happily joined my comrade on what will be a most majestic undertaking. I will be serving as your cinematic cartographer and your trusted encyclopedic bearer of knowledge. Hamster, to ensure a successful outcome, I have prepared the following reading material regarding Norse mythology, including the text's Prose Edda and a collection of poems from the 13th century.
What are you going on about, mate? We don't need any of that. I've got the entire Marvel collection right here. I've already re-watched them all, and I'm pretty sure we're close to finding Niflheim already.
What are you talking about? Do you think I am some child? Come all the way up here in the frozen north to eat popcorn, chew bubblegum, and watch Hollywood make of mockery out of a critical part of human history? I joined this expedition because you said that you had found proof of Asgard's existence, not a collection of cheap thrills.
Oh, don't be such a twat. Here, I've got just the thing to cheer you up. I've brought some costumes with me, you see. Looky here. See, I can be Thor, and with some makeup and good camera work, you can be Loki.
Well, hold on now, Ronald. If you're supposed to be Thor, then where's your hammer?
You mean Mjolnir? Why, it's right here, brother.
That's not a hammer.
But it works every time. All we need now is for him to play Odin.
Hold on a minute. Who do you mean by him?
Oh, him? He's a friend from work. He should be arriving any moment now.
Oh, bloody hell, Hamster. Anyone but him.
Hello, chaps. Mr. Wonka sent me here to find out what the hell you have been up to. And what Halloween costume have you got on there, Ronald? Then again, for you, Jimmy Ray, I think it's an improvement.
You see, he's already in character. It's Odin himself. And just our luck, he's brought all of Asgard with him.
Asgard isn't just a ship, Ronald. It's a higher plane of existence, you moron. What a pair of uncultured buffoons, the both of you.
What is that blithering idiot on about?
I don't know. He's had his head in some book for weeks now, researching our quest. Have you watched the movies? Now here, put this on. You're supposed
Hamster! Shut up! You're supposed to be reviewing the new Anvil Asgard. What the hell are you two on about? Gods and movies and all this mumbo-jumbo bullshit. Mr. Wonka's gonna have your head, mate.
No, Jimbob, you've got it all wrong. We're on a quest for the ages, and I won't have you ruining it. Now shut up and just get changed already.
Fine, Ronald. I'll play along and put your stupid costume on. But unless you both plan on freezing to death, I suggest you get inside and warm up. Now, I think I already know the answer, but I have to ask, what exactly was your plan, Ronald?
So the plan is to travel the verse in search of places that we see in the movies, like Niflheim, Jotunheim, and the Bifrost, and learn more about Asgard in the process. Pretty neat, huh?
My God. Does this thing have a docking port? I'm jumping out now. But before I can do that, I need to somehow salvage this mess and give all of you at home something of value, or Mr. Wonka will want my head as well. The Anvil Asgard is a variant of the Valkyrie released back in 2948. But this is not simply a gold pass for a ship that has, to put it nicely, aged as well as yours truly. The Asgard has new tricks up its sleeves that are sure to make prospective owners giddy with excitement. Both the Valkyrie and Asgard are classified as dropship.
No, the Valkyrie are a group of shield maidens that you sent to Hell in order to prevent Hela from escaping.
Almost, Ronald. A more correct description of the Valkyrie is they are divine female figures who serve the god Odin. They are known for selecting the bravest warriors who die in battle and guiding their souls to Valhalla, the warrior hall in Asgard.
Oh, for Christ Robert's sake, how did I end up here with these two idiots? Well, viewers, if you're still with us, the Asgard will show up in your Aesop terminal as a dropship. And while it has certainly inherited the infamous dropship tax, there are only 2 seats in here that may serve that function. I've locked Ronald and Jimmy Ray into them for the time being so we can get back to reviewing the Asgard properly. Starting from the outside, you can see straight away, this is very much a Valkyrie variant. It is a little wider and taller and has extended its rear wing engines in a rather Dumbo the Elephant-like look. And a plethora of other protrusions on the outside combine together to give the Asgard a rather blocky shape. On top, however, there is this thing. Replacing the size 3 turret atop the Valkyrie, the Asgard comes equipped with a bespoke missile rack with 16 size 3 arresters. That's a lot of firepower, especially considering the Valkyrie is devoid of a missile complement altogether. And if we turn our sights on its primary weapons, well, things seem to get even better. You see over here are pilot-controlled dual gimbals with 2 size 3 Panthers, 6 in total, positioned so the firing arc hits the bullseye each and every time. And the bottom size 3 turret on the Valkyrie has also been upgraded. The Asgard sports 2 Rhino repeaters instead.
Jimbob Jackson, you big oaf! Who's flying the damn ship?
Wait a minute, Jimbob. Look down there. It's a javelin wreck. How did this end up here? What an amazing discovery. Do you happen to know anything about this, O bearer of knowledge? And what happened to that costume I gave you?
I lost it. Moving on. According to UEE records, this is what is left of the UEES Fleiser, named after a style of blade dating back to the 18th century. The ship itself was lost in a terrible accident while subduing an illegal mining operation when one of the mining ships exploded nearby. The Fleiser suffered catastrophic damage to its thrusters as a result and crashed into the surface of Daymar nearly a century ago. Sadly, none of the crew survived.
Well, if that doesn't sound like the land of giants, I don't know what would. We've found our Jotunheim.
If you're done gawking, Ronald, we have a job to do, remember? Now, as I was saying, the most important difference between the Asgard and the Valkyrie is what it does with the space on the inside. You see, dropship, as Anvil describes this thing, isn't referring to soldiers, but instead one of these. That's right, you can fit a Nova tank in here. In fact, Anvil say there isn't a single ground vehicle in the verse that can't fit. We've tested almost all of them and concur, though some are certainly more snug than others. There are a number of other small bits and bobs that have been added to the interior. The side doors and machine gun emplacements remain, and access to the upper deck still requires traversal via this ladder in the middle. Upstairs, don't worry, that is a pane of glass, albeit it's nearly impossible to tell, no doubt put there to future-proof for engineering. Oh, and then there's an uninteresting bedroom over there and a bathroom with a sink made for Tyrion Lannister on the other side. And the pilot's chair sits at the end of this hall here. So, all told, it seems to be a pretty good ship. It's got improved turrets, top and bottom, a more focused firing arc for the pilot, more pronounced engines for faster SCM speed and maneuverability, and you can put a house in the back. However, sadly, from here on out, things with this ship take a turn from Valhalla straight into hell. Let me tell you what I'm on about. And let's start with the shields. The Asgard only comes with 4 size 2 shields. To put that in perspective, the Asgard has considerably less shielding, about 10,000 HP worth, than either the Valkyrie, Retaliator, or Redeemer. And it gets worse. It also has less hull HP than 2 of those 3 same ships. And for some inconceivable reason, on release, the quantum fuel tank on the Asgard can only carry 1.8 million units. That's smaller than some fighters. Anvil's own Terrapin series has a much bigger tank. Combat-wise, even though this ship has been marketed as a tough and powerful fighter, our data just doesn't prove that at all. It's a bit faster and more maneuverable, we'll give it that. And the missiles are nice, but the ship just doesn't live up to its billing when it comes to combat. And while we love the idea of carrying around a big ground vehicle, the technical implementation of this capability, as of this review, is very, very poor. The physics relationship between ground vehicles and the Asgard is questionable. We believe this is more of a vehicle problem than one specific to the Asgard. Still, its primary feature is hampered nonetheless. And that brings us then to the Asgard's biggest problem of all, and that's its price. $350 is highway robbery truly. For those considering this as your size 4 daily driver, well, nearly every other option is a better choice. The 400i is better looking, faster, has more HP, more shields, and more total DPS. Same for the Mercury Star Runner. And the Asgard isn't worth comparing to the RSI Constellation or Drake Corsair, as those outclass the Asgard by margins as wide as Crusader's orbit. Granted, none of those ships can carry a Nova tank, but most of them can carry a Storm AA, Ursa series, and MTC. And in today's game, well, that's all you need. In no universe does the Asgard do a single job better than its competitors. The Hercules series is just better. Look, owning an Asgard is like flying a Reliant Mako. Sure, it can get you around, but it's very ugly. Your friends will make fun of you and your wife will divorce you. Buying one is simply a dumb idea.
Now hold on a damn minute, you blowhard. What the hell are you on about, mate? We've had to sit there in those seats for too damn long, hearing you drone on about what you don't like about the Asgard. When, in fact, didn't you take it to a Hathor site last week and use it to smash on some worms and go loot goblining and such? And didn't you say, from your own mouth, that it was a great runaround ship and would be a pretty good daily driver?
I just figured it out, hamster. Why you love this ship so much.
And why is that?
Because the Anvil Asgard is like America, and God knows you love everything American. It's like those pickup trucks you see all over Texas. You know what? It's a spaceship for cowboys. It's big, loud, got lots of munitions, and has enough room you can put your barn in the back.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. And would you look at that? We found the Bifrost at the end of our journey, or at least a jump gate. Seems fitting, really.
And on that most unfortunate outcome, I'm afraid it's time to end. Join us next time when we 3 take on Hollywood in a Mirai Guardian MX. Good night. Thanks for watching. The script here says I'm to ask you to like and subscribe to something or other. I'm not sure I know what that means. Oh, what the hell. Look, if you like our sort of nonsense and perhaps would like to see more of it, well, then tell us. Simple enough. And if you don't, well, then piss off.